So the tip that I'm going to show right now is for the cross, and it involves doing simultaneous moves. So basically you just hold your index finger and your ring finger with your middle finger on the middle layer, obviously, and you do two moves at the same time, and they can be done on multiple layers. So you can do for first of all you can do U D prime or U prime D, etc., or you can do F B prime or F prime B, and this is something that you can basically abuse a lot in your cross, and it helps about 20% of the time you can use this strategy, and it's very efficient. It's almost the exact same as doing one move, which is why I suggest you use it, and also it also saves many moves at the same time. So for this cross right here, what you can immediately see is that you have red on the bottom and orange right here. And if you do an R prime from this angle, then you set it up so that you can insert it like this. So you can do F B prime at the same time to insert both of them. But another thing that you can see is, again, you should abuse this a lot in your cross once you get good at it, because it's much better. Unless you can find a better solution, obviously, then don't do this. But you can move it to so that you're facing blue, and then you can do U D prime, and then now I can do L. So now I've set it up. Actually, that was a mistake. You put it on the green side, and then I can do U D prime again. But this time, since if I do L and insert blue, then orange will go all the way back to the red side, which is incorrect. So from here we do R, sorry, R prime, and then we can do F and B prime. And now since it's at the top, we can just insert this, and now we finished three pieces of the cross when we could have only finished two. So we just added, we actually saved moves, and while it may seem harder, it actually, once you get good at it, it is much more efficient than many other types of cross solutions that you can have. So now I'm going to show some examples of using it, and this is just my thought process going into it. I will be doing primarily top layer, bottom layer moves, or front layer, back layer moves. So those are the two types that you're going to use most. You don't really want to do it like this. If you have to, you should do it with the left finger or with your left hand. And yeah, those are basically the only two types that you should be using. I don't think there are any ones either way. So in this cross, I can see that I can insert orange, and then once I do, red will be on its opposite. So if I do F, and then if I do D prime to get it to the opposite side, I can insert the red. But since we want to affect as many things as possible, we can, once we do the F, we can also and then once the red goes in there, at the same time as doing the D prime, we can do a U, because here's the white blue cross edge, and that will place it on top of the red white, and that will allow me to insert it in here. And then meanwhile, green just moves, and then it'll be in the exact orientation and position as the orange white. So now I can go into doing it. So actually from this, I would do this cross from the orange side. So I would do L, and then I would do UD prime, so that I move this back, and I move this to be in the prime position. So now I can do F prime, L, although that wasn't the best grip for it. And then I can do D2 to align the cross, and now I can do L. So now I have completed the cross. So now the final thing in this video that I'm going to do is compare one solution of the cross with using my method that I'm trying to teach, with a standard, what would have been a standard application to solve this cross. So right now we can see blue is in its place. Green is very easy, just U prime away from getting to its correct spot, and red and orange are opposite to each other, so we can do we can use our method to insert those. So the first thing that I would do is to insert the blue. So I would just do R prime. That's pretty simple. Now I'll move the green to its place. And now since we have blue in its correct place, we wouldn't put red here. We put red in its corresponding place as well. So we could do L2. And now we can do F prime B to solve the cross. So now I can compare. So again, here's the cross. And if we were to take a standard approach, I would say that what we would do is um, take actually, so we know that orange is right here, so we would take it from this side. We would do we would insert orange first, then we would do green to get them all opposite, and then finally red. Now align the cross and do a B prime. Uh, Actually, I think in this case it would be easier to do a wide U2 prime, a wide U2, and just do an F. But as you can see, it's much easier to use my method of doing these moves instead of wide moves, because it's basically like doing one move. So you're not gonna you're not gonna lose much time, and it's also much more efficient in the end. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please like and subscribe and look out for more of these videos, or check out the ones I already have on my channel. Thanks for watching.